What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Eddie Hearn, Tyson Fury. Get this, Eddie Hearn reacts to the rumblings that Tyson Fury will retire. And this is what Eddie had to say. He said, "We know he's fragile in general, but now we know he's fragile in the ring. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if he retired, honestly. I heard Spence Oliver say it. I've heard rumblings of it. I wouldn't be surprised." And he ended it with this. He said, "I would not be surprised if Fury retired and didn't fight Usyk. When you finish a fight, you're kind of buzzing for a few days, and then there will be a slump. So how does Fury need for that slump? How long does Fury need for that slump? 3-4 weeks? February sounds quite right to me." Those are the words of Eddie Hearn, and let me counterpunch. Eddie's right about this. Tyson Fury is very fragile outside the ring and inside. I thought he was more of outside, really, until this fight. And he basically pulled a Jermell Charlo. That's what he really did. Because Jermell Charlo did the same shit with Canelo. The only difference is it's Canelo, though. It's not a novice guy that had very little experience. It was a guy that knew what the hell he was doing, but is getting slower and aging his damn self, which is Canelo. So that's the difference. So the fragileness, yeah, I get. I remember looking at True Geordie's podcast when he was being interviewed on his show, and it showed how fragile he was when he went off on True Geordie for just questioning his opposition, you know what I mean, and not fighting the guys that he's supposed to, and the way he responded didn't make any sense. Saying that, though, they're not in my era. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're older than you. You know, saying stuff like that. I don't know if he understood what he was saying, but whatever he was saying didn't make sense, so it don't matter. You know what I mean? And what he did in that and told him, hey, you're a sausage, you're a bald-headed tosser and all that stuff, that was just him deflecting simply because he didn't like being questioned, and he didn't like how people felt, because he knew a guy like True Geordie, there was a reason he was on his show, okay? Because he knew True Geordie has million followers, okay? So he knew that he had a big fan base, and he also knew how it would affect him. And then I think he went off because of that. He just told him, "Oh, this is what I think of you," simply because he couldn't take constructive criticism. And when you can't take constructive criticism, you tend to be lashing. You tend to lash out. You know what I mean? And that's what Tyson Fury did. You know, he lashed out because he couldn't really take what it was, because the idea of somebody making him feel a certain way, he can't handle. You know what I mean? Instead of controlling his emotions, he wasn't able to do that. But the fight itself with Francis Ngannou, I don't think should take him out to retirement. But you have to also understand, this is Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? If you would have asked Frank Warren what he felt about Anthony Joshua, you would probably pretty much get the same result and the same type of reply. You know what I mean? So this is like the enemy promoter talking about a fighter that belongs to another promoter. So you guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn stating that he wouldn't be surprised if Tyson Fury retired before fighting Usyk. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched.